a genuine counterculture icon, the legendary Peter Fonda.
What a great opening that was, Gilbert. Thank you very much. I didn't know you knew that much about what I was up to. I didn't know anybody would be able to catch up. I thought, I'm out here alone, well, let's just keep on dancing.
And before anything else, if we can play a little snippet from the Beatles' Revolver album of She Said, She Said.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Peter. The story behind this Beatles song.
Maybe this is the only crowd I can actually tell this story to. Because other people will think, nah, he's got to be kidding. I got a call from Crosby and then from Derek Taylor.
David Crosby.
Yeah. And so Cros called me, and then Derek Taylor, the Beatles kind of road manager thing. And the lads would love to see you and meet you. I said, well, that's terrific. And, you know, I love musicians. I've known some of the best in the world. This would be great to meet them. I drove over there. They were living in a house up Benedict Canyon in Los Angeles, staying there, I should say, in 1965. And in this particular house, I mean, we go up Benedict Canyon. In a moment, Benedict Canyon takes this big horseshoe turn and starts climbing up to the right. And that back canyon in the back of that turn was just filled with young people. There wasn't a sycamore or a succotash or whatever they had up there left. There was nothing living. There was just, the hills were alive with children, and it was really frightening. They were all in there screaming. I came in my XKE. No, it's my XKSS. Get that right. The SKSS, which is a beautiful Jaguar, right-hand drive, and it was British Racing Green. I thought, what better to drive? First of all, I had to shift it, and unfortunately, you're just a microphone. You can't really see what I'm doing. But I arrived, and I'm meeting the guys, and they're really cool. And, you know, Paul's the ambassador of the group, and everything's groovy. And there's Crosby, and then McGuinn. And so, you know, we're cool. Everything's fine. And then I found out we're going to take LSD. Whoa. Oh, all right. I'm up for that. Why not? And so we did. Crosby, of course, brought in the LSD. So it was primo quality. And they all sat at this huge table for lunch. I mean, this banquet of stuff on the table. And of course, unfortunately, I said, you know, if you really want to have this trip right, don't eat all this food. And they just acted like, oh, fuck you. And they did it. Anyway, we all got on the trip, and it was wonderful. I mean, it was strange, too, in its own way. And Crosby came up to me during this thing, and he said, you got to talk to George. Why? Because he's freaking out. What's wrong? He thinks he's dying. I said, Cros, that's what this drug does. You think you're dying. Your brain's going to try to hold on, but you're supposed to let it go. Yeah. You go tell that to George. I said, why me? Well, because you know. I said, no, that's not right. It's because I'm the oldest guy here, right? That's why I'm going to go tell. I'm the one to bring this news to George. Yeah, go ahead. Please do it, Fonda. Okay, this is me. I went down. There's George and John sitting at a table. We've all moved outside so we can know that we can overcome all the screaming. That's not going to interrupt our gig of taking LSD. At any rate, so I'm talking to George, and I said, you know what, George, I know what it's like to be dead. And let me tell you, it's not a problem. In fact, it's probably the most relaxing moment you're going to have. Because I've died 3 times.
3 times?
I've died 3 times on an operating table, lost too much blood, my heart had stopped, 3 times. And so basically I died. But the thing is, I can tell you it's okay. Because it's really smooth, it's really calm. I know what it's like to be dead. I'm telling you, don't worry. This drug is making your brain worry about it. But that's your point, is to say, fuck the brain, let it go, and get involved in the whole thing. And Lennon's listening to me, and George is looking at me, and I don't know if I look like a cucumber to these guys. I have no idea, but I continue on saying, because I'm serious, George. I know what it's like to be dead. I've died. It was a shooting accident when I was a little boy. My parents thought, or my family thought that I was trying to kill myself because my mother had that year, but that's not really what was happening. It was a stupid accident by a little boy, so, and everything was all right, but I wasn't. I had died, but I lived. Obviously, I'm here telling you the story. And so don't worry, relax, take it easy, take the trip, just flow with it. And Lennon looked at me, he said, man, who put all that shit in your head, man? You know what? You're making me feel like I've never been born. And his eyes made a little peek at it. And I thought, that was pretty far out. And let it go, because I'm not going to sit there with any longer trying to explain to George to relax and let it go. I want to go have my trip myself. And I just thought, that's that. Little did I know, the next year out would come Revolver. And she said, I know what it's like to be dead. I know what it's like to be sad. And you're making me feel like I've never been born. When I was a boy, everything was right.
How did you hear it? How did it come to your attention that it was a song?
I played the bloody song.
You bought the album, put it on, and...
No word.
What the hell?
And I thought, far out. Well, you know what? No one will cover that tune. And we'll just keep quiet about that.